You know that feeling when you're lying in bed at 3 in the morning and suddenly your mind starts racing about all the things your parents did wrong? The criticism that still echoes in your head, the times they weren't there when you needed them most, the ways they hurt you that you're still carrying around like rocks in your backpack 20, 30, maybe 40 years later. Yeah, I see you nodding. We've all been there, haven't we? I used to think I had all the time in the world to figure this out. To decide if I wanted to forgive them or not. Like forgiveness was some kind of luxury I could afford later, when I was ready, when I felt like it. Boy, was I wrong. Let me tell you about Sarah. She was my neighbor, 42 years old, successful lawyer, beautiful family. But Sarah had this thing with her mom. Her mother had been this perfectionist who never seemed satisfied with anything Sarah did. Good grades weren't good enough. Getting into law school wasn't impressive enough. Even Sarah's wedding day, her mom found something to criticize about the flowers. So, Sarah did what a lot of us do. She built these walls, kept her distance. Holiday visits became shorter and shorter. Phone calls turned into quick check-ins. She told herself she was protecting herself, creating healthy boundaries. And maybe she was for a while. Then one Tuesday morning, Sarah's phone rang. Her mom had a stroke, massive. The doctor said she had maybe hours, maybe days. Sarah dropped everything and drove 4 hours to the hospital, her heart pounding the entire way. Not because she was ready to forgive, but because suddenly time wasn't infinite anymore. When Sarah walked into that hospital room and saw her mom lying there, hooked up to all those machines, something shifted. All those years of anger, all those carefully constructed arguments about who was right and who was wrong, they just seemed so small. Her mom looked fragile, human, like the scared little girl she probably was when she was raising Sarah, just trying to do her best with the tools she had. So, Sarah pulled up a chair and started talking. She told her mom about her life, really told her, the promotion she'd gotten, how proud she was of her kids, the fears she had about being a good mother herself, and then, with tears streaming down her face, she said the words she'd been holding back for decades. "Mom, I forgive you, and I'm sorry too." Her mom squeezed her hand. Just once. A tiny, little squeeze that said everything they'd never been able to say to each other. Sarah's mom passed away 2 days later. But here's the thing that gives me chills every time I think about it. Sarah told me later that those 2 days changed her entire life. Not just her relationship with her mom's memory, but how she showed up as a mother herself, how she dealt with conflict, how she chose love over being right. See, forgiveness isn't about them, it never was, it's about you. It's about setting down those rocks you've been carrying so you can actually live your life instead of just surviving it. Your parents weren't perfect, they made mistakes, they hurt you in ways that shaped who you became. But they were also just people, probably doing the best they could with whatever was broken inside them from their own childhoods. You don't have to forget what happened. You don't have to pretend it was okay. But you can choose to stop letting it control your story. That phone call could come tomorrow. That knock on the door. That moment when suddenly all your time runs out and you realize that holding on to anger was just another way of staying stuck. Don't wait for the hospital room. Don't wait for the funeral. Don't wait until regret is the loudest voice in your head. Pick up the phone, send the text, have the conversation. Not because they deserve it, but because you do. Because life is too short and love is too rare and time doesn't care about your perfect timing. Forgive them. Forgive yourself. And then go live the life you've been putting on hold.